Hi, folks. Hope you're doing well and staying safe. We've got ourselves a steel ship, the Tier 10 Austin light cruiser that goes daka 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 with its funny button. It's Y key. Probably shouldn't read chat. I think this is my asymmetrical, one of the asymmetrical games. Yeah, the Schlieffen player is pretty pissed off. By the way, this is my opinion. If you're playing asymmetrical and you have such a set up like A, B, and C for caps, not just one cap, you go to C, you go to A, but you go as a team, and then you push forward and kill the bots. Right after this, he told me to go to B cap, and I said no, because I'm not going there. There's no destroyers. I can't see who's there. Sure enough, 3 battleships and 2 cruisers showed up at Baltimore and at Cleveland. I would have been dead in under 30 seconds. So he was pretty peebo. But anyway, he went on to do his own thing. He tried to be a team player. But hey, let's go in to talk about the Austin. This boat is fantastic, and I have a different captain build on this boat than I would typically put on an American cruiser. Even though she's like a Tier 7 Atlanta or a Worcester or blah, blah, blah. She's not a heavy cruiser. She's very light. But let's get into it. And I'll show you how light she is. Look at the front, 16 mil. That's like Minotaur. Sides are not too bad, but you can get Citadel pretty much from anything on plunging fire. Now, the Citadel itself is pretty low in the water. Let me just show you here. But plunging fire from most battleships, heck, even most Tier 6 battleships would Citadel you. So be very careful. She's a hiding thing. 32,250 for HP. It's not very big of a pool, in my opinion. Here's her stick. These are 5-inch guns. She has 6 of them. They reload in 7.5 seconds, which is great. There's 7.4 kilometers range with all the bells and whistles I put on it. But I did take some upgrades. You'll see one in a minute because she's only got a 4.5% fire chance. But she can now penetrate 26 millimeter with her HE and 38 with her SAP. You got 2 torpedo tubes, 5 torps each side. They reload in 106 seconds, which is not great. 10.5 kilometer range, which is really good. 69 knots, and they do over 19,000 damage. This has got to get reduced with depth charges to 30 seconds. This is driving me nuts. Maneuverability, 36.8. Great maneuverability, great rudder shift, and whatnot. Concealment, 9.3, which is excellent with all the captain skills. 5.2 in the firing smoke, which is great if you're playing with a destroyer. Player and by air, 6 kilometers. Fantastic. Let's go back up to equipment. Okay, you guys know I take main armor modification, engine protection. Take that all the time. I do take aiming system modification. You can take the torpedoes if you want, but I take aiming because I want to be accurate as much as humanly possible. Here's the one change I think. I've been testing propulsion and rudder shift, and I'm going to say if I had to be honest, I would juke a jive. I would go propulsion modification. That's just my opinion, because I think it's a bit better. I do obviously take concealment, and of course I do take gunfire control, so I want the extra range as much as possible. Let's just go ahead and switch this, because I know that's what I want to do. Boom. Alright, there's the flags I take. And your repair comes up every 57 seconds, which is great. You get tons of them. AA in this boat is no joke. If you're a CV, stay away or you're going to die. Here's the Y button, a funny button. A 75% reduction in firing time for 15 seconds. It is just pure DACA. She has a great heel. I've taken out destroyers in less than 15 seconds and some light cruisers too with SAP. Great hydro, 3.5 kilometers for torps, 5 for ships. Fantastic. Exterior, I just take the basic exterior because Wargaming's art department does such a good job with these boats. You can take it in when you really want. It's up to you. It's your choice. Back to port, and then we'll go look at John Doe. Now here's the difference in build. I do take Swift Fish because I want a little bit faster speed for my torpedoes. It's important to me. I do take Consumable Specialist. I want my consumables back up 7.5% quicker. Now in a normal cruiser build, I would take those 3. I'm not. I take Priority Target, and I'll get to you in a minute why I don't. And of course, you could take Demolition Expert, but because I'm taking IFHE down below, don't. I do take Heavy HE and Heavy SAP. It gives both my shells an extra 10% of damage, which is kind of important for this boat when you want to, if you want to take out a cruiser pretty quick, or a destroyer or whatnot. So I think it's excellent. Adrenaline Rush, I always take that. I do take Superintendent because I want more charges of everything, because I plan on being in the game to the very end if possible. I do take Concealment, and I take IFHE because it makes my HE shells 25% more armor penetration. So I go from, I think it was 2021, which means I want him to penetrate the side of a gearing up to 26 millimeter. So that's fantastic. I'm not worried about that for any destroyer with HE. So what makes her, this is what I've learned so far. Use the Y button sparingly. Don't just press it on a whim because you feel like you want to do it. I've so far have been able to take out cruisers broadside, destroyers, within 10 to 15 kilometers with that Y key. And some of the cruisers I've seen at Tier 10, I've gone the training to prove this out. I've got the video. I just obliterated cruisers. Like at Des Moines one time, I obliterated Shimakaze in, before that 15 seconds was even up, the Shimakaze, full health, gone. And I only spotted him for that total of like 10 seconds before she puffed smoke, and she was gone. Like, gone. The Y key is for that, and it's to surprise people. Or if you just want to do this, I'm doing right now, just bombard. Like, if you want to bombard HE or SAP, I think at this point I'm just testing out which one I want to do at this point. This is an early game. But I think overall she's a good boat. You want to hide with it. You don't want to necessarily be exposed. She's not a brawler. But do I think she's worth the steal? Chad? Yeah, I do, but thanks for the recommendation. I like cruisers, American line in particular. You know, Des Moines is a great cruiser. This is another great ship in that line, in my opinion. I think it's fantastic. I cannot complain about the torpedoes. Torpedoes are great. I use them for defensive, down channels and whatnot. I'm always hitting something with it. She has a great heel. The AA is phenomenal on this thing. CVs will come up after you and try to challenge you with this, and you just take them right out. No ifs, ands, or buts, which is fantastic. So I like it. And the hydro, it saved me a few times when I played with some destroyer friends, and they put me in smoke. So it has saved me from getting torpedo strikes. Overall, she's a well-balanced ship, and I do like it. She might be a little OP, in my opinion, with the Y key, the funny button. But other than that, I like it. Let me know if you guys have it. I know she's been out for a while, but I just got it. That's funny because Chad Lupa recommended it to me, one of my teammates. So there we go. Like I said, let me know down below. Do you like it? What do you think of it? Do you have it? I'm kind of curious because so far I'm really liking it for all game modes so far. And it's great in asymmetrical. It's great in randoms. Great in co-ops. Great in operations. It's just great. All right. But as always, take care. Stay safe. Wish you all the best. And Happy New Year. Bye for now.